Hello everybody, it is Glass Half Dead here, talking to you about the latest in hot new Kill Team news, Warhammer 40k stuff. Guys, we've had a preview. No, teaser. It was a teaser, it told us nothing, and so now I'm going to talk about it for too long, because that's how the news cycle of Warhammer 40k GW works. What do we know? As you can see from on screen, Kill Team goes dark. That's right, it's the next chapter of Kill Team. What's a chapter? I mean, it's a Space Marine thing, right? But no, it's a chapter. It's a bookmark. Are we becoming a book? It seems unlikely. I suspect what they mean by chapter is obviously the end of the roadmap. What's next? Are we having, similar to 40k, seasons of Kill Team? Is this going to be a fundamental shift? Are we going to get a new core rulebook? Or am I reading too much into it? We may never know. Hold on till the next slides, and I might have answered the question when I wrote the slides. I don't know. Coming soon. What does that mean? Logically, I would guess soon. If I had to guess. No. So, what does it mean? Does it mean it's coming in 3 months' time because we're getting a skipping in the quarterly kind of cycle that they've had for Kill Team so far, or does it mean it's coming in 2.5 months' time because technically then they can say that they haven't skipped a cycle, a quarter, and we still are getting Kill Team releases every quarter? Excellent. Okay, let's get into it because, guys, we have no clue what this is. As I said, it's a teaser, so let's dive in. Don't worry, we will be talking about the cap, but first we want to talk about the next slide. They specifically called Kill Team goes dark, whatever that means. Kill Team into the dark. Kill Team is dark. I don't know. Let's just call it Kill Team dark, right? Dark Kill Team. They've called it out as we are going inside a Space Hulk. Now, I believe, tell me if I'm wrong, but Space Hulk was last updated, the game, the independent game, either in 2014 or 2017. I want to say 2014, but time is a hazy concept, especially in this day and age and at this age. So I'm going to say 2017 to err on the side of caution. Either way, that is quite outside of GW's core renewal every 3 years, 4 years when it had released back then cycle. So is this them officially saying we're done with Space Hulk for now? We are instead going to bring the Space Hulk theme and the Space Hulk environment to our skirmish game, which is going to be given extra rules to simulate it. And of course, if we're in a Space Hulk, well, that's basically arena, and they do indeed talk about tight confines in the article. However, does this mean, as we can see on the slide here, arena famously very poorly received, which is a real shame, but it was I lament it because it turned out that the diehards that stuck with Kill Team from last edition, regardless of their thoughts when arena released, ended up really liking it. And the concept behind arena is really cool because the general idea is that everyone can bring, all you need to bring is a board and like a small bag of terrain, and you can play arena everywhere. And local game stores don't need to invest in huge copies of, 6x4 tables. You buy an arena board, and it's equally easy to ask people to bring their own. Cool idea. Didn't pan out that way. Perhaps needed a little bit more market research. Who knows? A lot of people just didn't like 2D terrain. But of course, Space Hulk, I don't think anyone has ever had that complaint. Different game, whatever, it's fine. Simulating different things, who knows, whatever. Which brings us to Zone Mortalis. Now, Zone Mortalis is essentially, if you want to view it that way, Arena or Space Hulk, but given 3D terrain. You just get an absolute buttload of plastic, walls and doors, etc. And then you build your stuff. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Are we going to be either of those or any of those? Who knows? That's right. We're speculating. We have no answers. But let's keep going. Kill Team goes dark. That's right. we have one new model, and it's the cat. I assume they called it this because everybody likes cats, and not because cat is the name of like a tractor or something. I don't know. It stands for the Cyber Altered Task Unit. Makes sense. They talk about it as having, like being an early warning system with enhanced optics and stuff. In my Discord, we were joking around about how it could be, mandatory sentry rules now, and you have to have the cat phase before you get into anything else. I like to imagine you just get to have a cool little pet. I think that in general, Warhammer could do with more cute familiars in the game. Maybe this is our cute familiar. Which, of course, as you guys have already seen it, and I'm just waffling around, sorry. It has the same base as the Kasrkin, which leads us to logically believe that this new box will be Kasrkin. I did call it out a while ago, not going to lie. If so, pretty cool. I'm certainly hyped for that, and it explains the absolutely otherwise inexplicable different bases for Kasrkin. Nice. So, does this mean that it's not the Blackstone Fortress? It now Killteam Dark is going to have its own line of models with their own bases, and if we ever see that base, that means it's a Killteam unit. Cool idea. It also mentions in the article that a quartermaster supplies the cat. Who has quartermasters? Imperial in general, Imperial Guard, Kasrkin, right? Nice. So I'm all in on Killteam Dark being Kasrkin now. You will have to fight me to the death to make me think otherwise. We then go to the video. I did my best on these, and I apologise if they're not looking great. So the first thing we have is we saw a blowtorch and general ground clutter. This does exist already. Somebody in the Discord couldn't find out where they were. These existed already as part of the Munitorum shipment craters for the last kill zone. I assume the ground clutter still exists and can be purchased. Might even have come with the servo haulers that everybody got in the last edition. What is it? Not Nachmund? Yeah, Nachmund. Let's go with that. I assume it's there. I assume that actually everybody has lying around now a blowtorch and a toolbox. But that already exists. So we have one piece of the terrain existing. Also, it has to be noted, as we had just mentioned before, is this going to be Arena or Space Hulk? And then this video was, if you couldn't tell from the video, this is a real model that they're showing us here. This isn't CGI. The things on the ground are models that they have painted and then just lit coolly and atmospherically. We then go over to, as you can tell, this wasn't the greatest picture I managed to take of this. I tried to take a picture of the walls that we were seeing there. Now, they could just be a generic Imperial design and still new. I couldn't find that exact wall, anywhere. But I feel like I've seen it. I just don't know where. Certainly when I looked for it, I had immediately thought Sector Fronteris, and it could be, if this is being shown at a slightly elongated angle with like a fisheye lens sort of thing, so it's distorting things a little bit. And I haven't found one with a skull on it, but if they just stuck a skull on it, then that would logically mean I wouldn't be able to find that as a conversion. So, right now, don't know what that wall is. I do want to say that what it could be is a new set of terrain in the Sector Fronteris style. It's not called Sector Fronteris anymore, is it? They just released it for 40k. They've called it something else. I can't remember what. But I'm sticking with Sector Fronteris, hashtag Killteam for life. And then we go to the final slide. I'm going to move my mouse off of the picture there. So we then see the door. Now, I do want to point out that over the top of the door at this point, what did we get? We got a Tyranid sounding scream. Certainly an alien sounding scream. That's not at all surprising because, of course, Space Hulk, which it is specifically called out as being, traditionally infested with Tyranids. Not much more to add to that, just, yep, Tyranids. Also, I didn't make a slide of it because I only just thought of it now, off the cuff, top of the dome, if you will. The Squats release trailer. Remember, it was this weird thing that dropped on April the 1st, and it started off by showing a Space Hulk. Well, what we assumed was a Space Hulk, but could have been anything else. Could have just been a Blackstone Fortress, maybe, or anything like that. It obviously showed a Squat at the end, but during it, we saw small pieces of floating Tyranids. Does this mean Squats are coming to Kill Team in the Space Hulk? Maybe. Anyway, let's talk about the doors. These are... I was trying to figure out, again, just seeing if this might be a new kit for us, or if it's an existing kit. And I believe that the door shown... Again, this is a real physical model they were filming, not a CGI thing. I believe that is just a Zone Mortalis door. If we look, the little grates in the door, the zigzag interlocking of the door, and then the additional ridges of the door all line up with the currently existing Zone Mortalis doors. However, frustratingly, the walls don't line up with the Zone Mortalis door walls. I suspect what might happen is that the Zone Mortalis kit gets thrown in and in some way meshes with the new Sector Fronteris kit. Suddenly, if you've picked up your Kill Team Morok and you've played around with that kit, there are a few joins that are there specifically to connect the Hab bunker with your barricade. No, it's not a barricade wall. The defensive wall, the bulwark wall, or whatever. And it's entirely possible that they're going to give us the Zone Mortalis kit of doors and such, and then the Sector Fronteris walls, just a sprue with just loads of walls. We don't need anything else from that kit. And then a few specifically designed connector pieces that go from the weirdly angled, like diagonally angled, jagged Sector Fronteris wall over to the straight Zone Mortalis doors and connection points. Yeah, that's my current thought on that. And that's it. Alright. Kill Team Dark. Guys, pretty exciting. Obviously, no real idea what it means at this point in life. We just have to speculate wildly. Did I miss anything in this quick rundown? I certainly hope not. I think I covered it all. Literally the only other thing mentioned that I could see was that they do mention the Adeptus Mechanicus when it comes to the cats, and that a fledgling Adeptus Mechanicus priest would be one of the people that performs the rites and service on a cat. So maybe they're hinting at a kill team where you get one of those alongside it. But at the same time, I could totally see just the Kasrkin having an engineer type model. Who knows? Either way, whatever gets said, I am 100% now in belief that Kasrkin are the next kill team, along with... Okay, no, that's the bit I'm sure on. But I think the tease here is Tyranids. I think that's the tease because of Space Hulk, because of the noise. And that's the tease. The thing that we've already discovered and is then proved by the base of the cat is that the Kasrkin, on the different base to every other model in that old Imperial Guard picture, are the next team. And I've got to say, I'm pretty hyped. Because when I think of Kasrkin going into this kind of small Space Hulk tight, cramped environment, I'm thinking that's pretty cool, and it's throwing me back to an older time when Deathwatch Overkill was an independent game. Only ever got one release. It was between Deathwatch, where we got Kill Team Cassius, and the Genestealer Cults, where they got their first new release of models. And then what did we get? About 6 months after that, in a White Dwarf, we got additional rules that allowed us to do the prequel to that game, where you still play with Genestealer Cults, but instead of Deathwatch Cassius, you can take in Scions. Very cool. There you go. That's what I'm looking forward to. All the Kasrkin. I've got to be honest. I like Scions. I know lots of people have a lot of hatred for them. I don't get it. I think they're a cool unit. Who doesn't want to be the Spec Ops? Some people don't like the aesthetic of Scions, but if you like the theme of Scions, Kasrkin are right there for you. Anyway, guys, this has been Glass Half Dead talking about Kill Team Dark. No idea when it's coming. Kasrkin are hype. I will see you with a similar slideshow type thing very soon. Goodbye.